Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Stacia. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you how I made this beautiful Pinafore Peplum top. This is a very beautiful top. You can wear it in both ways or both sides. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to cut this and also how to join it together. So if you are interested in this, keep on watching. If you are still yet to subscribe to my channel, please hit on the subscribe button and let's get started. So guys, for this tutorial we'll be making use of two different African prints, also known as Ankara. You can use any material of your choice, and I have one half of both fabric. So if you're on the larger size, I will recommend you use 2 or 3 yards. So let's get into the video. So this is my pattern paper this is my pattern paper, and I'll just go ahead and draw a starting line. So I'll be a bit fast for this. So this is my neck width. I'll be a bit fast because I have videos on how to draft a body. So this is just drafting out a basic bodice pattern. So this is my neckline. I took 3 inches for the width and 3 inches for the depth, and I just created a neckline. And from there I took my shoulder measurements and I came down by 1 inches for my shoulder slope, and I'll connect it to my neck width like this. And then after doing that, from there I'll go ahead and mark my bust point and my waistline, which is also the length of just a half length. So it was 16 inches and my bust point was 10 inches. So I went ahead to connect the lines together like this. So I'll look for the middle of my armhole. So I'll just mark it and I'll go in by half of an inch and I'll create my armhole. So before I create my armhole, I will put my bust measurements and then I'll go ahead and create my armhole. So this is it. And then I'll come to my waist and I will be placing my waist circumference measurements and I'll connect it to my bust measurement like this, and I'll go ahead and just add stitching allowance, which is not necessary. So after that I'll go ahead and cut this out. And this is what we have. So now to draft out the other side of this tutorial, that is the Pinafore, I turned the pattern paper to the other side and I just took 1 inches here. So I just took 1 inches, and towards this side of my waistline here, I will divide my waist measurement by 8. My waist measurement is 29 inches. So I divided 29 by 8 and I placed what I got there, and I'll connect it to that 1 inches like this. And then I'll just go ahead and cut this out. So after cutting this out, I'll go ahead and cut this on my fabric. So I'll just show you how to cut this on your fabric. So you can see the way I placed my pattern paper. So I'm cutting the back piece first. So your back piece, you won't divide it. So I added half inches stitching allowance, and you will see that I did not divide this back piece. So your back piece will not be divided. You cut it on fold. So I'll go ahead now and cut the same thing. This same thing I'll cut it on the other material, and this is what it is looking like. So this is the back piece. You can see it is on fold. I did not divide it. And this is the front piece, which is on fold. So you divide your front piece when cutting. I hope you understand, guys. So this is the back and this is the front basically. So what we'll do now is I just brought one of the fabric and I'll place it right side facing right side, right side facing right side, the way you see me doing, and I'll just go ahead now and stitch it on the shoulder. So I'll go ahead and stitch it on the shoulder, and I'll bring the other one. I'll repeat the same thing. Place it right side facing right side, and I'll go ahead and stitch it on the shoulder as well. So this is what it looks like after I was done. You can see I've gone ahead to stitch it on the shoulder, and I also went ahead to iron my seams flat. So this is the second piece. This is what we have. So the next thing we'll do now is I'll place these two right side facing right side. So I'll just place it right side facing right side like this. So ensure that they are equal, or better still, just ensure you place it well. So I'll go ahead and first hold down the shoulder so that it will be where I want it to be when I'm trying to sew. So I just use my pin to secure the both shoulders together like this. Now I'll show you where to stitch. So you stitch here, so you stitch here like this to this side, you stitch, then stitch the side. So you won't stitch that side, you won't stitch this side, and you won't stitch the other side. So you just stitch the inside and then the side of the top. I hope that makes sense. So this is it. I've gone ahead to stitch the side and the inside of this top. I did not stitch here, here, and here. I did not stitch those places. So the next thing we'll do is just make notches around this, cut out the excess and turn it to the right side. So I'll go ahead and iron this flat. This is what it looks like after I was done ironing it. You can see how neat it is. I ironed it in a way that each pattern, each fabric was not showing on the other side. I hope you understand. So just take your time and give this a good press. So keep that aside and we'll cut out the flare. Now for this flare, you fold your fabric into two the way you see me doing. You can see my fabric is already folded into two, and I'll fold it again, that is into four like this. So my fabric is folded into four now, and I'll go ahead and check if this will be enough for my flare, and it was not, so I went ahead to increase it. So what I did here was I went ahead to divide my waist measurement by 6.28. So that is the standard way of getting your 360-degree flare, 6.28. So I went ahead to divide my waist by 6.28. So just go ahead and do that, and I got 4 point something something, and I just used 5 inches for mine. So I just went ahead now to mark the 5 inches here. So I'm taking the 5 inches round like this. So it's not hard at all. Just divide your waist by 6.28. Whatever thing you get, just take it round like this. Place your tape and then take it round like this. Make sure when you are taking it round, it is curved like this, and you take it from that edge where there is no cutting on your fabric. So from there now, I'll go ahead and take the length that I want this flare to be. So I made use of 8 inches including stitching allowance. Guys, if I'm fast, please let me know in the comment section, and if you don't understand, please let me know as well. So now I'll go ahead and cut this out. And this is what it looks like after I was done cutting it. So I went ahead to cut out the 5 inches as well. And this is what it looks like when we open it up. So before I open it up, I'll just fold it back and use this to cut on the other fabric. So this is what I have. So guys, I went ahead to add hair stay to this to give it some weight, since we want our flay to stand well. So go ahead and add hair stay. You can also add what is paper stay. You can add paper stay as well. So what I used there was paper stay, sorry, not hair stay, this was paper stay. So just get paper stay or hair stay, and you just gum the rough side of your fabric. You gum it on the hair stay or paper stay. It has a gum side, a side that is gummy. So you just place your hair stay on your fabric and then you just iron it. So I've gone ahead to open my peplum. As you can see, I've gone ahead to open it on one side. So go ahead and do yours. And next thing I'll do now is to fold it into two like this, making sure they are equal. So just make sure they are equal, and we'll be cutting out this side, not the folded edge, but this other side that is not folded. So this side, just watch the place that I'll be curving, so you won't make mistake when making yours. So I'm just trying to arrange it just to make sure that they are equal on all sides before tracing it out. So you can see now. So now I'll just go ahead and curve this. I'll give it a curvy shape. So I did not measure anything. I just went ahead to curve it with my free hand. So you can see. And see what it is looking like. This is what it is looking like after I was done curving it. So just go ahead and curve your. It is not difficult at all. So after doing that, I'll go ahead and open it up like this. You can see what we have, and then I'll place it right side facing right side. After placing it, go ahead and just pin this down. So watch the area that I'm pinning down. So take your time, just make it equal and pin it down. So after pinning it down this way, I'll go ahead and stitch it round like so. Stitch it round, so you won't be stitching the inside, just the parts. And when stitching, I'll be using my hemming gum. I'll be placing my hemming gum like this on my fabric, and I'll be stitching it together with the hemming gum in order for it to make it easier when I want to iron. So this is it. I've gone ahead to stitch it, and this is what it is looking like. So I'll go ahead and make notches round. After making the notches, I'll bring it out to the right side, after which I'll go ahead and just press this with my iron. So I'm going to iron it in a way that each fabric will not show on the other side. So you can see how our peplum is looking like, and you can see that the other part is not showing on this side. So that is how it's supposed to be, and the other part is not also showing at this side. So just go ahead and take your time and give this a good press. If you do not have a hemming gum, it is not necessary. So I brought back the top, and what I'll do is I'll be using 2 inches band for this. So what I'll do is to cut out 2 inches from this top, and I'll be placing it with a band of 2 inches. So I'll go ahead and just mark 2 inches, and I'll cut that out. So this is what it is looking like, and this is what we have. So now what I'll be doing now is This is the band that I cut out. This band is long, and I added an hairstay to one of the band to give it some weight. So just add to one piece of the band, and this band, the width of this band is 3 inches, as you can see, and then the length is 69 inches. Just cut out a band that is times 2 of your waist measurement. So what I have here is 69 inches for the length of this band. So what we'll do right now is to bring back our peplum. So before we attach the peplum to the top like this, we will be attaching the band to the peplum before we attach it to our top. So this is the peplum. What you do now is to fold it into two like this. Ensure that they are straight or equal. Then you notch the middle part of your peplum like so. So just go ahead and notch the middle part of your peplum. So after notching it, we'll keep that aside and bring the band. So for the band, you also fold it like so and notch the middle part as well. So I'll go ahead and notch the other band, the middle part of this other one. So just fold it into two and notch the middle part. So after doing that, now we'll go ahead and fix our band on our peplum. So that part where you notched, so guys, please listen carefully so you understand. So this part where you notched, you'll be joining it right side facing right side. You'll be placing it, just watch the way I'm placing it. So I'm trying to find where I notched. I'm trying to find where I notched. So I'll just fold it again so that I'll see it. So after seeing it, this is where I notched. So I'll place it, the notch part of the band facing the notched side of the peplum, and right side facing right side. Then pin it down. So make sure you put each fabric where it's supposed to be. So you can see that the fabrics are corresponding, like each fabric are the same thing. So you do the same thing for this other side. For this other fabric, you notch the middle part, just put it like this. Let the notch side, let it be touching each other. So basically your peplum will be in between the two band. So that is just a summary of it. Your peplum will be in between your two band, then pin it down. After pinning it down, I will just go ahead and pin one side for you to understand. So keep pinning it down like this. Just go on and arrange it and then pin it down. Your peplum should be at the middle, and then you pin it down. So I'll just keep pinning this side down so you understand what I mean. So ensure that they are equal when you're trying to pin it down. Guys, it is not hard. If you haven't subscribed so far, please guys consider subscribing. Turn notification bell, guys, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. So this is it. I've gone ahead to pin one side, so I'll stitch here like this, keep stitching, and I'll continue on to the other side. So I'll place the other side the way I did for this side, and I'll pin it down, and I'll go ahead and just stitch it all around like that. So I'll repeat it. I'll stitch here, stitch it down like that. So you can see what I have. I've gone ahead to stitch it, and this is what it is looking like. So this is what our band and peplum is looking like. So we've attached it together. So you can see this side that I stitched, I'll just cut it like this. I'll bring the other side and cut that edge like this. So just cut it a bit, then I'll bring it out. So I'll just use my scissors to push it in. So I'll just bring it out well, and this is what our peplum is looking like. So I'll bring the other side and I'll open it up and I'll push it inwards, and I'll also use my scissors to bring it out. So guys, this is what our peplum is looking like. So I'll go ahead and give this a good press. Guys, take your time, just iron it so that it will slip well, and make sure the fabrics are not showing on each other. So this is what I have after I was done ironing it. You can see what it's looking like. So I'll just go ahead and trim off this excess. Ensure that your band is equal. So if you sew it, after sewing it and you notice that it is not equal, just go ahead and just stitch trim it and make it equal, and that's what I just did here. So this is what we have, guys. You can see what we have. It is looking beautiful already. So this is one side. So what we'll do now is to fold this other side, fold it inwards like this. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. So just fold it like this, just fold it. Just look, watch what I am doing. So I'll just fold it. After folding it, you use your iron to press it down like this. So you need iron to do this part. This will make it easier for us when we are stitching. So you can see what we have. I'm just folding the edges inside, like half of an inch. I'm just folding it in like half of an inch. Just fold it, then use your iron to press it. Please guys, take your time. So I'll just go ahead and do this and come back and show you. So I'll just fold it in. Let me repeat it one more time. Fold it in like this. You can see what I am doing. Then you should have something like that. So I'll just go ahead and do this now. So this is it. After I was done doing that, I've gone ahead to fold it and iron it. As you can see, how neat it is already looking. So guys, we are almost done with our top. So what we'll do now is to fold our peplum into two like this, and then we'll just mark the middle point. Please do not notch, use your chalk to mark this. So I just went ahead to mark the middle part of the peplum, and I'll bring our top, and this is the pinafore. So I also fold it inwards like this, and I'll notch the middle of the pinafore. So this middle of our pinafore where I notched should be facing the chalk side that I marked on our peplum. That is the middle part of our peplum, and I'll just put it inside like this. So do not push this inside very well, just put it at the tip of that where you ironed. So that was what I just did. So I just put it like this. Ensure that the notch part of your pinafore is on the middle of your peplum. So after doing that, I'll just use my pin to hold this now, that notch part. You can see how I'm placing it. So it should be aligning with the middle of my peplum. And I'll just pin it down like so, and I'll pin this other side. So just take your time so you won't make mistake. So, and I'll stitch this other side as well. This will just help me keep it in place when I'm trying to stitch it on my machine. So just go ahead and pin all these points like so. So this is what we have for the front, for the back rather, sorry. So now for the front, what you do is, so you can see what we have for the other fabric as well. So when you stitch it, it will just come out nice. So for the front piece, you fold your peplum like so, the way you see me doing, you just arrange it, and then you pick your front piece like this, and then you see this edge where the peplum stopped. So I'll just use my chalk to trace it upwards to the band side, just for better understanding. So now where that peplum stopped, that's where you'll be placing your front piece. So I'll also put it inwards like this, where the peplum of your front piece, where it stopped, and I'll pin this down, and I'll pin this other side down. I'll just place it inside and pin it down. So guys, this is it. So now I will repeat the same thing for the other side as well. So you do the same thing. I'll just trace the peplum upwards to the band like this, and I'll place it the way I did for the other one. So your band should start where the peplum stopped. Your front should start where the peplum stopped. So I'll go ahead and pin this, and I'll put this other side inwards, and I will pin it down. So just take your time when you are doing this. Take your time. And this is what we have. So I'm also repeating the same thing on this other side, and this is what we have. So now I'll just go ahead and I'll be stitching this down. I'll be stitching it from the band like this. I'll stitch it round. So I'll just go ahead and do that now. And this is what we have after I was done stitching it round. You can see how neat this is looking. Guys, we are done with our peplum. So if you haven't subscribed so far, please guys consider subscribing. Turn on notification bell to get notified when I upload a new video. If you have any comments, suggestion, video requests, please leave it in the comment section. So this is our peplum, and this is what it is looking like. You can wear it in two ways, either through this way or through the other way. And do not forget that you can use any material of your choice to make this peplum. So this is what it is looking like. So thank you so much guys for stopping by. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your support so far. If you are a returning subscriber, I really appreciate. Thank you so much for always stopping by. And if you are here to subscribe, if this is your first time, please consider subscribing guys. I upload sewing tutorial every week. So this is what we have for our peplum. So thank you guys so much for watching. Till I see you in my next one. Bye for now.